Well, hi there, this is Happy Traum. I want to tell you about a really interesting show that I'm going to be doing on November 20th online, and I think you're really going to like it. It's going to be a combination of some musical performances where I play some of the songs that I learned coming up in the 1950s and 60s, but I'm going to be playing with two of my longtime friends and musical compatriots, John Sebastian, who you probably know from The Love and Spoonful and a long 50 plus year career after that, and Cindy Cash Dollar on dobro and slide guitar, who's obviously the queen of that instrument. Really great players and good friends. And then, in addition to that, I'm going to be talking about my growing up as a participant in the folk revival in Greenwich Village and then later in Woodstock back in the 1950s and 60s. It's my show. It's called Coming of Age in the Folk Revival in Greenwich Village. And I talk about how I first became interested in folk music, how I went to Washington Square and met all kinds of lifelong friends and people who I played with and learned from, and then my adventures in the coffee houses and uh, cafes of Greenwich Village, McDougal Street, West 4th Street, Greenwich Street, all those places in the village. And the people I met back then, a young Bob Dylan and Phil Oakes and Tom Paxton, and being a member of the New World Singers doing the first recording of Blowing in the Wind. And just lots of things, studying with Brownie McGhee and getting to know Reverend Gary Davis and playing with him. And along the way, I show lots of vintage photographs and audio clips where you can hear some of the songs that I was listening to when I was learning how to play. So all this comes together in a really nice show put on by River Spirit Music and Connecticut Folk. It was recorded at the Bearsville Theater, a beautiful renovated epic venue here in Woodstock, New York. And one added bonus to this whole thing is that it was shot in 360-degree video, which means that if you get a set of goggles, like something like these, and for the price of a ticket, at least one of the tickets that you get a free headset. It's probably cardboard, not quite as looking like this, but it'll still work. You put your phone in it and you can look around. You can get a whole 360-degree view of what was going on. You could look on one side, see John Sebastian. You could look over at Cindy Cash Dollar. You could look at me. You could look up. You could look down, whatever you want to do. I think it's going to be a really interesting experience and lots of fun. Of course, it's also shot in standard, so you don't you don't need the goggles to see what's going on. You can look at it in standard, on your computer or on your phone or on your TV set. So I hope you'll join me November 20th. And the URL of where you can get your tickets will be put on the screen here. And, I think it's going to be a really good show. So come on over and join me, and I look forward to seeing you there. Okay, thanks.